Okay, here's a little introduction to mylabsplus to get you started. So when you log on to the course and you click your Math 111 here, this will be the course homepage that shows up. When you look at the top here, you're going to see a calendar, and on the days of the calendar, if you put your mouse over them, you'll see dates that assignments are due, and you see the blue here would be homework sections, and this gold one would be a quiz. And you could actually access those right from clicking on this menu. So if you wanted to take chapter 4 quiz, you would click on it, and when it loads here in a second here, you'll be able to take your quiz, and it gives you information about it. You could access your homework, as we said, by clicking any one of these right here, and it'll take you right to that section to do. Now, there'll be a few different places here you could access the quiz and the homeworks, but here's only one of them. When you scroll down here, you'll see my upcoming assignments. You can click on View All Assignments, and when you click on that, the page will load here, and you'll say this is the assignments for the whole course here. It tells you when they're due here on the left, the assignment, whether it's a homework or a quiz, and then on the right hand side it will have your grade, your scores, and attempts for each of the assignments for the quarter. So that's a second place to be able to access all your assignments. When you scroll down on the home page a little further, you'll see announcements. It'll usually list the last three that were given, and to see all announcements, you would click on View All Announcements, and when that comes up here, you'll see these are all the announcements for the course. Now you want to check your announcements regularly, because I'll have important information about assignments or things that are coming due, or just something that you need to know about the class. On the right hand side, you'd be able to see your results for your class scores here. When you get them in, they'll start showing up, and as you scroll down a little more, to give you your progress on your homework, your quizzes, your tests, and so on. When you go to the tab on the left hand side, you'll see syllabus. So if you click on syllabus, it'll bring up the syllabus for the course. You want to make sure you read that thoroughly. It talks about everything that's required for the course and what you need to do. And the syllabus will show up right here. You could read it right inside your browser here, and if you want, you can click down on the different pages. You could also download the syllabus. You'll see this little arrow at the top right here in the blue menu bar. If you click on that, you should see a little pop-up box that'll show up here in a second, and you'll see right here you could open it with Microsoft Word and view it in there, or you could save it to your computer. You could also print it. You see next to it is the print button. Underneath the syllabus tab on the left, you'll see the PowerPoint lessons. So if you click on that, these would be the lessons that I give to my Math 111 in class when I'm in a classroom. And so you want to make sure you'll go over these. These will be on your test problems that are similar to what's in the PowerPoint. So if you click on chapter 1, you'll see the 3 lessons that we are doing. Click on 1-2, and the PowerPoint will load here, and similarly you'll be able to access all the notes here. You can click and go through each of the slides. You can also, if you click on the 3 dots at the top, you can download it to your computer. You can view it in PowerPoint. You could print it. And again, these are the lessons that I normally give in a classroom setting. So make sure you view that, because it will go over many of the problems that will be similar to the ones on your test. The next tab is the mylabsplus homework and quizzes. So if you click on that, here's another place you can access all your homework and the quizzes. And as this loads, we'll go over that. So as you see right here, these are your homework assignments. It tells when they're due. When you start working on them, it'll tell you time limits, attempts, and grade book score, and so on. Now, if you look up here in the tabs, you see the homework is in orange. Next to it is quizzes and tests. If you click on that, we'll go ahead there. And what will load here are the quizzes that are due. So as you see right here, these are the quizzes. And as they are made available, they will show up here. So for chapter 5 and so on, they will be made available when chapter 5 opens up, and you'll see them up here. And here it will have the due date, number of attempts, the time limit, and your scores. Underneath here, it gives sample tests and quizzes, so if you wanted extra practice before a test or before a quiz, you can click on any of these for extra practice. On the tabs on the left, you'll see bookwork, so book homework. These will be directly from your book. Now, these are required to do, but I will not collect them. You do not hand them in and they will not be given a grade. They are problems to help you better understand the course material. As you'll see here, they'll tell you the problems from each section and the date due. Now the date due is when you should have them done by. I won't collect them, but make sure you do them because you will see similar problems on your test. So if you practice these, you'll be able to do those that are like that on your test. And if you scroll down the page, here will be the solutions to those book assignments. So again, it's important that you know what you're doing. So here you can look for help, or if you figure it out, you can check your answer to make sure you do it correctly. The next tab is the study plan. And the study plan is a great feature that mylabsplus has. What it will do is it will track what you're doing in the course, and it will give you problems that you need to work on in extra practice. And the ones you know, it will move on, and the ones you don't know, it will give you more of them to get extra help. And to view all chapters, you click on the link here that says view all chapters. And as this loads here, you can see you could pick the study plan to work on. So if you need chapter 1, you click on chapter 1, the little plus sign, and you see here you could pick the sections that you want the extra problems with, and it will keep score. It doesn't count towards your grade in the class, but it will give you an idea how you're doing. The next tab on the left is the graphing calculator help. You are supposed to already know how to use the graphing calculator, and I know some students are coming back after many years of being out of class, so I have a graphing calculator help page. So if you scroll down here, you'll see a guide to how you use your graphing calculator, and again you could view it in here, print it, and so on. When we scroll down, I have videos, so graphing basics, how to use the zoom menu, the trace and calc functions, scatter plots, local max and min, linear regression, and quadratic regression. And on your test, you will have to do regressions. So if you forgot how to do it or aren't familiar, here are videos that will walk you step through each of those. On the tab then on the left now, we'll go to calendar. Calendar is another place where you can access your assignments, your homework, and your quizzes on mylabsplus. So as it loads up here, you'll see the month of October, and then you'll see when assignments are available. So if you highlight the 28th, these when all these assignments are available and the quizzes that are available. And then down on certain dates, for example here the 6th, you'll see what's due. So these homework assignments are due and this quiz is due. And you could also click on the links here and that will take you to the homework assignments. Alright, the tabs on the left again, the next one is the testing center. So you guys will be taking your test either in Medford or Grants Pass. So this will tell you the times the testing centers are open. So here you see the location, the buildings that they're at, and the times that they're open. And down below, the days that they are closed. On the left, you'll see your grade book. So if you click on that, that will tell you your grade in the class and all your grades that you've had up to this point. And as this loads, we'll see what that looks like here. Now yours, when you view this, will have all the scores of the assignments that have already been graded, your homework, your quizzes, or test, and you'll be able to access this here and you'll know your overall score all the time in the class. The next thing we have on the tabs on the left is the chapter contents. So here you see each of the chapters. So if you were to click on chapter 1 and we go here, you could see you can access some information. You could read that. Let's go to section 1-1. If we were doing this section, what will load up here is the text, so you could do the e-text if you didn't have your book with you. You see they have videos Here you could access your practice exercises, so these are optional ones that will help you, and you could also access your homework. And then you could look at each of these sections below here throughout the whole course. And then lastly, what we'd like to take a look at here is the multimedia library. So let's click on multimedia library, and when this shows up here, this will allow you to access some other resources on mylabsplus. So let's say we're in chapter 1, you could click chapter 1, and then sections, you could pick out any sections that you want. I'll take all sections from chapter 1. You can, if you want to look at the textbook, animations, the mylabsplus PowerPoints, videos, or interactive figures, you click select all and then click find now. And what this will do is it will bring up all those things for all of chapter 1. And you see here animations, interactive figures, if we scroll down, the online textbook for each of the sections, the PowerPoint, and videos. And you could also, if you chose, instead of all the sections, you could narrow it down to, if we just wanted section 1, 2, then we could hit the search again, and it'll just bring up all of those things except for section, you see it's just 1, 2 now. So MyLabs is a great program once you get to learn it, so spend some time, going over, make sure you understand where everything is, and then that will make the course go a whole lot easier for you. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to email. I will be happy to help you anytime.